And today my guest is the Dublin City Schools Superintendent, Charles Ledbetter, or as we all know him, Chuck. Chuck, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
He has so much information to give us today. We're going to get right into it, but I've got to ask him, he's been in the school system for 23 years. And how has the food changed? Because we had that last story, the food from the farm to the table story. How has it changed and what's happening at Dublin schools?
Well, school lunches in general have changed tremendously over the years, and from just getting a sandwich or something for students to the point of trying to say, let's really do something that's good for our students and really give them nutrition like they really need. And so today, not only do we have great ideas like the farm to table idea to bring local food in, we've got a fresh fruit and vegetables program where we introduce our students to new vegetables and new fruits. Aside from lunch, I mean, like during break and all, even some of the crazy things, to me crazy, but interesting things like jicama and different fruits and vegetables that maybe I didn't grow up on, but to get them used to eating new things and trying things that are good for them and healthy.
That's a great idea. In case you don't know, a jicama is like a potato, and you can eat it raw, julienne, in a salad. I remember when my mother first discovered that. And so that is great that you're introducing children to a lot of things, because as we all know, they'd eat macaroni and cheese every meal if they had a chance.
Yes, they would.
Yes, they would. Okay, now, I understand you're in temporary headquarters. Tell us what happened there and why.
Well, we had a sprinkler head that was up in the ceiling to prevent fires that malfunctioned and put out a lot of water in our central office. And thankfully, it didn't go all over everything. Thankfully, most of the water came through the ceiling in one spot, in one area. But it did completely flood the entire building under several inches of water. And so we had a lot of water damage to our carpets and to the bottom of our walls and to things, anything that was on the floor. And so we've been working to correct that. That could have been a whole lot worse. We're pleased that we didn't lose anything that was important. We didn't lose any information. We didn't lose any kind of records or anything like that. It's just going to be an inconvenience and getting things fixed and repaired and back to the way they should be.
Well, and I'm sorry you're going to be inconvenienced, but I think a lot of the concerns were with the people that we've been hearing were any records lost, and it's good to know.
Yes, no records were lost, not electronic records or paper records. Everything was safe and no problems.
Okay, so we're all good there, but what we really want to hear about is the charter schools, because this is a fantastic thing that's happening in Georgia. And tell us about in Lawrence County in Dublin.
Well, the unique situation, I think, for us is that we're a charter system. And what that means is we don't just have a charter school to pull some kids away from other schools. We have every one of our schools now is a charter school. And they all have their own governing boards. Our parents can choose to go to any one of our 3 K-5 schools. They have academic themes. Susie Dasher Elementary is a science, technology, engineering, and math school. Saxon Heights Elementary is a talented arts and gifted school. And Hillcrest Elementary is leadership, environmental awareness, and public service. And what it means is in all 3 of those elementary schools, everybody will learn the same academics, and they're learning the same academics. But also, they're going to do a lot of hands-on learning and using what they learn, because we find that people remember things when they use it. And so really getting the kids involved in project-based learning with projects that relate to the topic of the school as they use what they learn and use the skills that they learn. So we're excited. Things are going well. We've been through the first 9 weeks, and people seem to be really excited about what's happening there and the things that we're doing. And we're looking forward to having our students stay in an elementary school now for 6 years instead of for a couple of years and then changing schools. We think that's going to really help us build connections with the family and with parents back at home.
Yeah, I think it's just a great idea. It sounds very exciting. The question was, are they all learning the same academics? So yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
So there are no problems there. And really, when children can stay a little bit longer in one system, it gives you more chances for children to excel, get to know one another. It creates leadership among the students.
And it also lets us really build those relationships with the home. And we want to have those relationships with parents so that the parents can say, understand they know people at the school, they feel comfortable at the school, and when there's a problem, they bring it to us so that we can help to solve it.
Yeah, and getting the parents involved is a great thing. I know I was out at Susie Dasher one time, and they said they had 100% parental involvement in that school, which was just phenomenal. And I think my hat's off to you.
Well, that's the key to success, is having that partnership between school and home. And we're all in there for the same reason. We want to help our children grow and become what they can be. And we have to build that partnership and really strengthen those ties.
And I know I've been in the schools a lot, and I can say they have some excellent teachers who truly care. I know that the teachers are out there working hard every day, and they've been getting a bum rap for about the last 2 or 3 years in politics and in the news a lot. But the ones that I see are really working hard.
We have an outstanding faculty at Dublin City Schools. We're blessed to have that faculty, and they do work hard. They're committed. They put in extra time before, after school, all along weekends to do whatever it takes to get things going. And I do want to mention, if I may, at our middle and high school, the fact that we're going to implement an international baccalaureate program.
Tell us all about that program, because that is so good for our area of the state. That will help us attract industry. It's a great program. Tell us about it.
It's an international high school program and preparation for high school program, the middle grades program, to where those students who go through it and who graduate with an IB diploma actually will be able to get into school anywhere in the world. Right. Typically, IB students are sought after by Ivy League schools, by international universities like Oxford University and Cambridge, also by our locals. But it just really gives us the sort of the crown jewel for our academics, is saying, we've got this world-class program that anybody will come be a part of.
It is so important, especially with the job market the way it is, where people don't stay in one job forever, in one area forever. And as children transfer around, they are able to get into that program, and they can go anywhere and jump right back into it.
Well, the other thing that I saw before I came here 3 years ago now from Alabama, and we saw several years back as Alabama was recruiting Mercedes, they wouldn't come to Alabama unless there was an IB program for their children to be in. And so, for international companies and things to say, we've got this internationally certified program that you're going to be comfortable putting your students in, is important.
And the fact that he remembers that from Alabama and knew that we needed to get that program in our schools and went after it and got it lets us know that we have a great superintendent. And I thank you so much for being on the show today and letting us know all of these answers.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and love any chance I get to talk to people and tell them what we're doing in Dublin City Schools.